Now, hey, I'm almost done. Hold on, come on. Let's say now I want, Pancho's dad got offered a job where he doesn't have a square, he has a triangle.
You divide
Ah, divide by what?
huh?
What do you divide by?
2.
Divide by 2, that's right. So, what if, let's say number 2 is,
No, the same collection in that time.
see, I'm saying math does come in clutch once in a while.
You in that time.
This is your height. It's 21.3 meters this time. And his base, this base,
And so
is 15 meters. Okay? I'm gonna throw you a curveball. And let's say, I'm gonna say that this length from here to here is 6. And we're talking about this in terms of feet. So this is, sorry, meters. This is meters. Let's keep it the same. This is meters. Okay? Now, let me ask you, how do you find the area of a triangle?
by dividing 21.3
Mm-hmm.
and 50.
And 15. Why wouldn't you use this 6? I mean, if the length of this to here is 6 meters, is that information relevant or is it irrelevant?
Irrelevant.
Why is it irrelevant? You're right. No, you're right.
Because, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Here's what I want you guys to realize. You guys are gonna see this on a lot of these. You want to find out the base times the height, the true height. Any shape that has a slanted line will never give you the true height. Yes? Well, length is the same thing as height. So if I say length or height, take it as I'm talking about the same thing.
Length is
Same thing with width and base. I'm talking about, not if you're applying it to like what you guys say in landscape. I'm just talking about it as in terms of this math class and shapes, okay? So, the reason why this doesn't help you at all is because it's not real, it's not the real height of it. The real height is if you take the corners and you go all the way down to the base. That's the actual the height, right? So, in order to find the area of a triangle, really a triangle is what? A triangle is just it's like a square cut in half, okay? If you have a square and you cut it in half, you're gonna get the area of a triangle, okay? And it doesn't matter what the triangle looks like. I'll make you a really exaggerated example. If I made a triangle that looked like this, not a horrible crooked triangle, but let's just pretend it was nice and straight. This is still a square, or in this case, it's still a rectangle. It's still base times height. Look, it's still got, it's still half of a rectangle, right? It's the same thing if it was a square. It's still, of a triangle, it's still half of a square. It's still base times height. Except like Pancho said, now you're gonna take half of your answer, right? So for this one, you're gonna multiply your base times your height, but then you're gonna cut that answer in half. Does that make sense? Because this, at the end of the day, is also, this is also a square. Okay? So, when you find a triangle, and again, when you see a triangle, you're always going to, oh, how did I do that? You're always going to cut it in half. Oh, that, yeah, they have squares here and triangles here too. Okay, so what's the formula for a triangle? A triangle is area is equal to 1/2. That's your cutting it in half, okay? Times your base, times your height, okay? So for this one, help me out. I'm gonna write it here. Area is equal to 1/2 times the base is 15 times the height, the true height is 21.3. What is the answer? Please, not all at once.
Do you like times 15 and 21 and divide it?
No, there's no division. What you do, well, you could technically multiply these two and then divide it by two. But the way the formula is written, you just, 1.2, or 1 divided by 2 in a calculator is what? Hmm?
Not one.
Oh, guys, ladies. What is 1/2 on a calculator?
Oh.
Ah, 0.5. Okay, if you take your calculator, you're gonna enter 0.5 times 15 times 21.3. You have your phone with you, can you please do me the honors? You're gonna multiply 0.5 times 15 times 21.3. What do you get?
Enter 1.2.
You're gonna get 159. What? Let's just run it up to 8. We're talking about in terms of meters. So I'm gonna put the M and I'm gonna put the 2 on top. Bam, that's your answer. Okay? If you get a triangle, you use the same formula, base times height, but you're gonna include the 1/2 or the 0.5, if that makes more sense. If it's a square, it's just area, it's just base times your height. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, good. So now that it makes sense, we're gonna play a little game here. For every correct answer you guys give and you participate, I will eliminate one of these questions from your requirement assignment, okay? So for today, if you get one right, that's one last question you have to do today. If the next person gets another one right, that's one last question we have to do. If all 5 of you guys get them right, we stop the class right then and there. Does that seem fair? Okay? You already did one, So ladies, gentlemen, if you 3 get these next 3 answers right, we'll stop the class right here, and that'll be all for today. That sound like a deal? Okay. All right, so let's start with Bailey. Okay? Bailey, I have a rectangle, and this is 10.5 kilometers, and it has to be answered correctly. You also have to include in your answer the unit of measurement and the little 2 on top. Yes.
Can I have cocoa water?
Yes. Okay? All right. Baby, what is the area? Question. There you go. No? Yes, you do. Come on. You can help her with the math, but she has to figure out how to get started. All right, come on. You don't have to. You have everything you need right there. First of all, let's find what is your base. Where is your base? Una base. ¿Qué es una base? La base de. What is a base? The bottom.
That part.
Well, that part or this part right here. This is your base. You see this number right here? This is your base. That's your base number. Now, where's your height? What is the length of this thing? Right. That's saying that from here all the way up to here, it's 10.5. This is your height. So if I tell you that area is equal to base times height, what would the area be of this rectangle?
3.7 times 10.5.
Okay, good. And so, Claire, what is the area?
3.7 times 10.5.
Okay, is that all we need to include, or is there something missing? No, I mean, you got the right answer, but there's something missing here. What is it that's missing? just talked about it.
The KM.
Uh-huh, good. And that's almost there, but how do I know you're talking about the area? What do you have to include on top of the KM? B,
A.
A,
This part.
what is this part?
I don't
So
know.
you wanna, got 5 minutes left?
No, just that's it.
Oh, is that it? Okay, keep recording, keep recording. All right, stop and record again.